will say about my buttishness. Whatever. One last thing that I'd like to say to you, and I hope it will make it through the editorial process. I truly, deeply care how this book impacts you, and I offer it to you in love as an act of worship to the God who suffers me and makes me squint and grin at the world he's made. Writing this book was important for me as I sought to make better sense of who I am and what it means to have meaningful faith, the sort that can flex and grow and be beautiful without needing me to shine it up and pose it just so. If spending the time with my heart and my mind in your hands gives you reason to thank God for the life you've been given, know that I've prayed that for you, and I would love to hear your story. Part 1. The Wisdom of Cynics. Chapter 1. Lies for the Sake of Lies. I'm the fat blonde guy on the corner in the African print shirt squeezing himself into the yellow taxi. Burritoville on Addison, near Wrigley, I direct. It's 7:15, Wednesday night, August 3rd, 1994. I work late most nights because my ad agency buys cab rides and dinners for people who work past 7 o'clock. Once a month, my boss complains that as a man, I'm taking politically incorrect advantage of a loophole in a politically correct policy intended to protect the safety of female employees. He says that I should be taking the bus and buying my own dinner. Maybe, but all I care about is that I get 4 giant chorizo burritos and 4 Mountain Dews a week for free, and I don't have to deal with the bus. And we both know that even my overtime, including dinners and cab rides, is cheaper than what any of the experienced employees would cost him. Long day at work? The driver asks in a Russian accent. Yeah, I reply, sizing the man up. Lately I've been exploring the power and joy of lying to strangers. I write for an advertising agency. This part is true, the world's largest agency, in fact, and a fact of which I'm quite proud. It wasn't easy getting into the industry, but somehow last year, with plenty of ego stroking, I landed a great job with big-name clients. Anything I see? Ever read your shampoo bottle? I ask. The directions on the back? Yeah. I revolutionized the hair care industry with one word. This is the lie. How? I added the word repeat to the end of the directions. My client increased profits by 150% in a year. I make the number up at random. Interesting, he says, but he's clearly not all that impressed, and we return to silence as he weaves heart-stoppingly through traffic for a few blocks. Then he says, even if every person washed their hair twice, that would only be double. Why did profits go up even more? Good insight, I say, practicing my client's skill of congratulating people's intelligence when they show even the slightest mental effort. At first, our goal was just to increase sales, get people to use more, and it worked. People quickly learned that they were supposed to shampoo twice. Then the shampoo makers realized that using twice as much shampoo was actually very hard on people's hair, so they diluted the stuff, which made it a lot less expensive to produce. I leaned forward, locking his eyes in the rearview mirror to force him to listen, just to see how the trick will work. And that's when things really took off. People who were only shampooing once needed conditioner because the shampoo wasn't working on its own, and people who were following the directions needed conditioner because the shampoo was frying their hair. All told, my client improved its profits by 150%, and the rest of the industry followed suit. I sit back in my seat. Of course, that was just the first year. I've been working on other projects since then. This is what you do? Write tricky words? That's my job. We call it creating a need. I write the songs that make the young girls sing. I write the songs of love and hair and shiny things, I sing. I write the songs. It's Mr. Manilow to you. Most nights it takes a couple of hours and at least a couple of beers to slow the free association required to keep up the talented young copywriter role I play at work. And being so young, I feel like I have to be the one who makes the joke first, or who has the comeback ready, because the worst thing is to be seen as too young and too green or gullible. It's exhausting to be driven by the sort of fear that tells me to fake it till you make it, but it was too hard to land this job to crash and burn now that I have it. What others? He asks. You mean what other needs do I create? Yeah. All of them, my friend, I say, practicing the trick of familiarity with a stranger to build power. Needs are all made up, and there will always be new ones. Things you don't even know about today are things I'll make sure you won't be able to live without tomorrow. He scowls.